Première joueuse entrée sur le court et 361e mondial aujourd'hui pour la première fois en quart de finale d'un grand chelem. Elle est française, Lois Boisson.
The last French player remaining in either the men's or the women's draw. And normally the court announcer, Mark Murray, has quite a preamble to a player coming onto court, but all he can say is she's playing in her very first Grand Slam quarter-final. All the pressure out here this afternoon on this brilliant teenager, Mirra Andreeva, looking to reach her second Grand Slam semi-final. All eyes will be on this young woman.
Et elle sera opposée à celle qui est 6e mondiale, demi-finaliste ici à Roland-Garros l'année dernière, Mirra Andreeva.
In Siberia, now based in Spain, working with a former Wimbledon champion, Conchita Martinez, and the 18-year-old who could still play in the juniors. Backing up from 12 months ago when she made a brilliant run through to the last four, beat Aryna Sabalenka. Excuse me. Yes, beat Aryna Sabalenka at this stage before losing to Jasmine Paolini. So the remaining quarter-final in the women's singles draw. Châtelet, where the roof remains closed, even though there are matches on outside, and it seems to have dried up.
La Fédération française de tennis, soutenue par Mastercard, invite de jeunes licenciés à accompagner les joueuses
brilliantly in her fourth round match.
Ici, ce sont Ania Guivou et Kéliane Ordre, licenciés au tennis, à venir Côte d'Ivoire dans la Ligue Centre-Val de Loire, qui ont accompagné les filles.
Mirra, hello. Kilian and Anya, they're going to help us today. Just a couple of reminders before we start. First of all, after the coin toss, can we please take a photo with the kids in the other direction? We have towel bins in each corner. The one with the blue color is for you, please, and the one, Mirra, with the orange color is for you. Shot clocks are up on the scoreboards and also will show up just behind me down there. And if you want any ball marks checked, please say something, use your voice so it's clear for everyone, okay? Any questions? Mirra, your choice. We have stadium or 10?
Stadium.
Stadium. Okay, go. It is 10. Serve? Perfect. End the photo, please.
Et le joli souvenir pour Ania et Kélian.
Kilian doing a great job. Boisson winning the toss and electing to serve. It's Jeremy Bly in the chair for this remaining quarter-final. He will join Sabalenka, Iga Świątek and Coco Gauff in the last four here in Paris. That is quite some lineup, isn't it? Conditions certainly a little lighter than they were when we walked in this morning. To a really damp and rain-swept Roland-Garros site. Surprised that they've decided to keep the roof on at the moment, and if the match starts with it on, Jill, it'll stay closed.
Yes, it'll stay closed the whole time.
Unless they know something. Météo France has mentioned something that we don't. But let's get reacquainted with Lois Boisson. Turned 22 last month. She was born in Dijon, but she considers herself a Lyonnaise. And 361 in the world coming in here. Well, the run through 3 minutes will give her a ranking of 120. That is almost outside, just a little outside getting a direct entry into Grand Slams. That's almost life-changing. If she were to win today, she'd be top 70, and her schedule would look very, very different. On debut, has never played in the main draw of a a Grand Slam before and has only ever won one tour match. It really is absolutely extraordinary. And look at this run through. Look at the quality of who she's beaten out here. Elisa Mertens, one of the best players, really consistent out there, hugely experienced, and then came from a set down against Jessica Pegula, the world #3 in the 4th round.
Yeah, it's been incredible actually, because there's not many people probably would have laid eyes on her before, and this is the man that's working with Boisson, Florian René, and he's done a fantastic job, I think, not only with her game, but being able to prepare her for these big moments. Everything is a new experience for her, so that would have been a lot of work, I think, mentally, just keeping her calm, because she walked out against Pegula in particular. You didn't know how she was going to handle everything that was thrown at her. First Grand Slam, first shot and she did beautifully.
But she's up against the 18-year-old who really announced herself here a couple of years ago on debut, qualifying and making the 3rd round. It's Coco Gauff on that occasion, but her progress has been so rapid earlier this year, winning back-to-back tournaments, 1,000 events, the biggest events you can win in Dubai and Indian Wells, that is outside of the slams, and then backed up her fantastic debut by a run to the semi-finals 12 months ago.
Demi-finaliste l'an passé, Mirra, Andreeva.
She is so young. She could play in the juniors. And had to tough out a tricky second set against a very good friend, Daria Kazatkina, from the long yesterday. Rashida Martinez, pretty handy, isn't it, to have a Wimbledon champion in your player box, former finalist here.
Here as well, yeah.
I looked up her record. 30 years ago, she was ranked at #2 in the world. How she didn't hit the spot.
Mesdames et messieurs, partie en meilleur des 3 manches avec jeu décisif, elle a toutes les manches.
Over a year ago.
Lois Boisson a gagné le tirage au sort et a choisi de servir.
Absolutely brilliant partnership, but Boisson certainly has put in a shift, hasn't she?
Exactly, a lot more time on the court. I don't necessarily think that will be a factor. She says she's still physically feeling very good. She's really fit, and you didn't get any sense of, especially against Pegula, of her feeling tired or any sense of needing extra recovery. She's still looking great, so I don't think that will be a factor today.
Lois Boisson continue the French fairy tale.
Première manche au service, Lois Boisson. Joué. Merci.
à 0. 361 currently in the WTA rankings. Lois Boisson finds herself as the lowest ranked quarter-finalist ever at Roland-Garros in the Open era since 1968. She was always considered a really promising prospect of the French Tennis Federation. But had a very serious shoulder injury. And she was coming out of juniors, transitioning onto the women's tour.
Out, 40-0.
They had one career break, and then a little over 12 months ago, the week before Roland-Garros. She had a wild card. She was playing in a tournament, a big challenger event that's from the other side of the Bois de Boulogne, not far from here, and blew out her left ACL. 9 months it took her to recover. ACLs normally are 9 months, and she came back and she was going really well then. She was 150 in the world. She'd recovered from the shoulder injury. She was getting up the rankings where she should be, and came back a few months ago. Won quite a few matches on the lower tours. And here she is on the finish trick, holding serve to 15. Women's quarterfinal. But Jill, when we arrived at the commentary box much earlier today, we saw something that we just couldn't believe. I mean, she was out here practicing at around 9:30. But what else did we see?
Well, Andreeva was on the court as well, and she was hitting with a hitting partner. And before we get there, let's just quickly take a look at...
Let's keep the suspense.
These numbers, So service a little bit better for Boisson. I think Andreeva's got a great serve as well. Her forehand, obviously, that would have been higher. Her forehand is absolutely incredible. You're going to see her looking for that forehand as often as possible, and Andreeva thrives in the return. That was a big difference, is there above 8 and Boisson just 6.4. So the fact that she leads in the serve, that's going to be huge for her, that first serve percentage and trying to get the advantage. Yeah, but the practice.
Don't leave everyone in suspense.
No, I got it. Yeah, they were both warming up here on Chatrier, Andreeva and Boisson. Andreeva hitting with a hitting partner, and I had to take a second look because all of a sudden I looked down and I was like, that looks like Jannik Sinner.
It was Jannik Sinner.
Jannik Sinner was warming Boisson up for the match today. It was incredible.
Far out.
I was just thinking, what an incredible opportunity to be able to have that, and two, that would only help you get ready to kind of deal with this maybe a little intimidating moment, trying to go for your first semifinal. But then I was also thinking, what was Andreeva thinking? Like, hey, what about me? I'll hit with you too.
This young Russian Lois, a youngster of great poise and ability. Born in Siberia, moved with the family, sister Erica, mom Reza and dad, to Sochi in southern Russia on the coast there, and then to France and to Cannes. She's been asked in her press conference, do you feel partly French or because you spent some time?
Right.
And she said she didn't. This is such a funny character. She said she hasn't had enough time in France to create a French Mirra. You know?
I did hear her say
that's another
that.
person. Now based more in Barcelona.
Got to practice next to each other this morning would have given Mirra maybe an idea of what to expect from Boisson. It's still different when you're walking out onto the court and actually competing against and having a feel for the type of ball that your opponent brings. I imagine she probably would have taken a sneak peek and kind of paid attention to Boisson hitting next to her.
I wonder how Conchita has prepared Mirra for this, French player, French crowd.
Right. It's probably just going to get louder and louder as the match goes on. And with the roof closed, I think that could have even a bigger impact.
15-0.
In here as a wild card story. And she was by far the lowest ranked of all the French wild cards, all 6 of them in this women's draw. Mats Wilander, former champion here, writes a column in L'Equipe every day, and he said, if I'd have watched this match without knowing Boisson's resume, I would have thought I was watching someone in the top 20 with a perfect game for clay. And that's from a former champion. That's what Matt says. Watched a match with Pegula in the 4th round.
15-30.
Yeah, I mean, I think she has a fantastic game, and she grew up on the clay. She feels the most comfortable on the clay, but it's because of that high, heavy forehand that she can create, and it just gives her so many opportunities to attack. She also has a slice. I mean, she pretty much has a great all-around game already. Great tools to choose from, and for someone so young, a lot of times when you have so much in your game already, sometimes it's focusing on shot selection, which shots to bring when, and that's something that players that have so much variety, that's kind of what they have to learn as the years go by.
Pegula match and walking on court today, she would have done so much more press than she's ever done before. A huge amount of attention. I'm sure her phone was blowing up.
She said she was trying not to pay attention to that too much. It's not easy, trying to stay focused.
We'll find out how she has handled all the noise around her over the last, 48 hours.
Avantage, Andreeva.
Would love an early break here. I want to feed this crowd. Needs to be on her best behaviour. Because we know what the Chatrier fans can be like. They'll jump on it on any sort of display. And there is the early break and an ideal start for last year's semi-finalist. Most slams, we always get one story, don't we, that takes us by surprise, no matter how much tennis we've all seen over the years.
It's amazing. It happens all the time.
Always comes to make us sort of scrabble and have to research a player that we've never seen before. And it's great that tennis just keeps coming up with all these new storylines.
Reprise. Let Weber service.
It was as if Andreeva showed up to professional tennis sort of midway through the 2023 season, announced herself with a run to the 4th round in Madrid as a wildcard right inside the top 200. That was as a 16-year-old. Fernandez, Beatrice Haddad-Manmaya, Linette that week before losing to Irina Sabalenka. Came to Paris and qualified and made it through to the 3rd round, all the meanwhile being followed by a Netflix crew. And then had a brilliant run at Wimbledon. And qualified through to the round of 16. First time she'd ever played on grass.
Just another example of how well she's handled instant success, I guess you could say. Just expectations, everything, the media where you're just mentioning about Boisson, the way that Andreeva has handled everything. So young is just another example, like Coco, so incredible.
Yes, at 18, she can still play the juniors here. She's already a very seasoned player.
Merci, mesdames et messieurs, merci. Quarante-30.
So well, and transitions from pretty far back into the court, up inside the court as well to that drop
Merci, merci.
Wow.
Avantage, Andreeva.
Tennis IQ way beyond her years.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I think that point gave you an idea of how much variation and quick thinking she has with the type of shots that she chose throughout that rally. I think that's something that she has a bit more than, say, like a Jessica Pegula, just flat and hard most of the time. So I was curious to see how Boisson was going to handle the different variety.
Égalité.
In her previous match against the American, she dictated with the forehand. Her forehand was getting Pegula into trouble so often. Such a strong shot.
Silence, s'il vous plaît. Merci. Avantage, Andreeva.
Pegula, post-match press conference after losing to Boisson, said how heavy and super high it kicked. I wonder if Conchita was out there as well on the practice squad in the in-between day giving, because she had one of those as well, a kick, and said, I'll get you ready.
Jeu Andreeva. Andreeva mène 3-1.
A little harder for that one, with a couple of doubles, but safely through that game.
Yeah, we saw Conchita come out and scout a little bit during the Pegula-Boisson match, just to keep her eyes on that, just to get a good look at the patterns and how heavy Boisson hit the ball, just to get an idea of what to expect.
Too good.
0-15.
The other thing with Andreeva, I think she also moves better on the clay than Pegula. You could see it there in that point where she slid to the forehand. It just, if you take those steps and don't slide, it opens up the court more. So she just has a better understanding. It's just a more natural surface for her.
Mm-hmm. Actually, Conchita said that they haven't really had to adjust too much more. It's just more about being maybe a little more patient and realizing you've got to win the point 1, 2, 3 times.
15.
But the essence of her game on the surface stays the same. How lovely to see Frankie De, as she was known in her playing days, the 1967 Roland-Garros champion. It's been a while, hasn't it, since Caroline Garcia made the quarterfinals here. What was that, 8 years ago now, where they've had a French woman to cheer at this stage. And Françoise still has, she lives a couple of hours north of Paris these days, but still has an apartment here, and she's every day she's on the Châtelet and the Long Lane. Oh, what a talent.
Yeah, that's one of her best shots, backhand down the line.
And there's a lot of former players in that tribune at the moment, and yes, they want to come and see Boisson, particularly on Leconte and the French players.
Yeah.
But everyone has come in also to see, and Andreeva, all the ex-players love what they see from her. what a finish.
Good hustle
Avantage,
from Andreeva. For a moment, she felt like she was out of the point, but Boisson, that volley just had so much air time to it. And the way Andreeva changed defense to offense so quickly there, impressive.
A chance here for the double break. She's made that, wow.
Égalité.
And this is one of the reasons why she's captured the imagination of the French fans. It's not the fact that she's she's never played the French Open before. Roland-Garros put the 10p in the charity box for me. I'm not allowed to say that. It's how she plays. She played with that French style.
Avantage, Boisson.
Boisson had over 2.5 hours on the court a couple of days ago at the start of the week against Pagula. On that occasion, on warm, sunny conditions with the roof open. She's got to get used to this now.
Égalité.
Yeah, I think that's the side that we saw a little more unforced errors from Boisson, is that backhand side. She can chip. She actually surprised us a couple times too and came through the ball, but normally it's more of a defensive position for her.
Avantage, Boisson.
Feels like this is a really important game for her to hold here. The set could completely get away from her. If she were to be broken, and you would suspect the match.
Jeu Boisson.
Really game hold there from the French wildcard, but it's Andreeva up an early break in this first set.
Andreeva mène 3-2.
Real entertainment value. It's the remaining women's quarter-final. How quickly this court can fill up. I look down at my notes for what feels like a couple of seconds where it's fairly sparse. I look up and then there's barely a seat available.
Reprise. Merci, mesdames et messieurs, merci. Zéro 15.
thing too is so many different types of balls are coming at you when you play Boisson, so I feel like you never know what she's going to hit off her racket. That time just hit with a ton of pace off the backhand and completely off-pace slice. Nicely done.
Does that so well.
Yeah, you really have to be ready for everything. Yeah, I feel like Andreeva is actually one of the best at moving forward to the drop shot. The first step is so quick and just has full sprint. Make sure she tries to catch that ball on above the net as much as possible.
Oh! 15-40. Merci, merci, merci. Chance to get the break back here. Boisson. Trois jeux partout. They've paid their money for their seats and they are really invested into the outcome of this match. Zero guns. Quinze.
That's the one Andreeva is going to be gunning for, is that the higher header went to the backhand side of Boisson, but it's not the easiest thing to do. She's so quick to look for that forehand and get around and take that forehand. Complete miss hit on a swing volley, but happened to land right in the corner.
Breathing very heavily out here, which is often a sign of tension. Get the sense it might have really just hit her. What has happened at this Roland-Garros?
Sometimes I think she looks tired, but I don't think she is.
Well, she should be, because 4 sets against Mertens in the European match, and the 3 against the French wildcard in the 3rd round. Merci. And against Pagoda, facing break point here. Andreeva
Jeu Andreeva.
restores order and once more
Changement de balle,
up a break
ramasseuse, s'il vous plaît.
in this first set.
Balle 9. Andreeva mène 4 jeux à 3.
What have you noticed about the Andreeva game this year? Because at 18 she's developing very quickly. What have you seen?
I think more it's just she's gotten a lot stronger, like physically. I know they've, her and Conchita have spent a lot of time working on that aspect because in the beginning, I think when she started working with her about a year ago, I think she felt like she was still maybe in some instances getting overpowered, like by the Sabalenka game, by the Keys game, Swiatek, and so that was a big deal to try and turn that around. So she gained some strength. She is hitting harder. I think her serve's gotten better. So overall, just more aggressive with more pace on everything.
New balls.
Andreeva really pulling the strings out here.
It's hard to get the ball past Andreeva. It's hard to even see an opening sometimes. Such good use of the court.
She's there. Great read.
She saw it so early.
31-0.
See how quickly she starts moving. It was pretty much right when Boisson got the racket head back. She's just started sprinting forward.
There really is something special about this young woman. The IMG recruiter saw her at the tournament in Moscow.
Merci.
And the minute he saw her, he decided to sign her straight away. IMG,
35.
the biggest, or one of the biggest sports management agencies out there. And they don't sign very many at 11 years of age. They signed Carlos Alcaraz at 11, so she's in that kind of company.
That's the shot that hurt Pegula so much in the previous match, was that drop shot, and just Andreeva a lot quicker forward up to that ball today.
Merci. Quarante, 30. Merci, merci.
It's so difficult to know what to do with that ball because you're getting pushed so far back. You know, if you're not aggressive enough, Boisson is going to take the forehand, then you're in trouble.
Merci. Silence, s'il vous plaît.
Start the point.
Again, beautifully done.
Avantage, Andreeva.
That's great, yeah. She held that last one so well.
When we first saw Andreeva in Madrid a couple of years ago, we marvelled at the amount of time that she had on the ball.
Andreeva.
Brilliant.
Andreeva mène 5-2-3.
Silence this Chatrier crowd, and Conchita will know all about playing a Frenchwoman on this court. That's played Mary Pierce in that 2000 final all those years ago.
Just seeing her reaction there, though, I felt like it was a little bit of a sigh of relief, like of getting through that game, because she knows what a tough contest this was going to be.
Been a really good opening 40 minutes or so out here in the last of the quarterfinals.
Le premier service.
On out, looking to stay in this first set.
Zéro 15.
Touché.
I think you could definitely tell that Andreeva was going to go for that
15.
drop shot. Really was kind of the only option with how late she got to that ball, because it dipped so low.
Let premier service.
Oh my goodness.
15-30.
Mum likes it. Raisa has got two daughters out there on the top. Erica also playing here in the women's draw. Mum fell in love with tennis And she watched Murat Safin win at the Australian Open in 2005. That's a good save. Just before Mirra was born.
Oh my goodness.
Can she hold on in this opening set? She's doing very well, remember. First ever Grand Slam tournament. JC Farrell doing his homework for Coco Gauff. Before coming into this tournament, she'd only ever played one player in the top 100, and she didn't have any tennis hinterland at all in terms of this level.
But I think it's not only that, Sam. Like, I think everyone would agree her game is fantastic and has the game and the mentality to play at this level. But to not have any experience dealing with all this, and you know the crowd is for you, going to be backing you. I mean, you want to perform well for them too, and deal with all that.
She passed out here.
Avantage, Andreeva.
Yeah, Boisson did not do anything wrong in that point. She played it a very, very good point and even hit this very well, good high quality. I feel like Andreeva reads she reads the opponent's racket or picks up on something so early. She anticipates so well.
So the 6th seed now to wrap up this opening set. That is another great save.
Égalité.
I think that's what's fun to watch about Boisson, as well as the adjustments that she can make. I mean, she opts for that slice so often on the backhand, but then all of a sudden you realize she can strike through consistently with a lot of pace on that side as well.
Avantage, Boisson. Merci. Boisson.
No problem. Boisson hangs on in this opening set.
Andreeva mène 5-4.
Or whatever happens out here in this quarterfinal, we are really going to enjoy watching Lois play. I think we're going to see a lot of her, aren't we? This is not I don't see this as a one tournament wonder.
No, I don't think, no, of course not.
If she can stay healthy.
Yeah, if she can stay healthy, one thing. And I'm also curious how she would adjust to different surfaces, because I do feel like this is her best surface. And she just got the game for clay. So I'm curious to see how she would adapt to the grass and to the hard course. I think a slower hard court would be fine for her, but like the faster hard court as well. It'd be interesting to see those adjustments.
I wonder if she'll get a wild card for Wimbledon in the Grand Slam.
Reprise.
Arrangement.
Yeah.
0-15. Merci, merci.
Shut out the noise here.
Voilà. 15.
Chita Martinez has talked about wanting to give Andreeva a really large library of shots to choose from.
She already has them. But
She's
still
really
developing, of course.
She's really encouraged that.
Yeah.
Whoa. 15-30.
Just tries to squeeze it by Boisson at the net, but Boisson did well to close.
Merci.
Be really careful about reacting out here.
15-40.
Andreeva. She took a sports psychologist at the end of last season to help Mirra manage her emotions a little.
Merci, mesdames et messieurs,
A very
merci.
important move given what she's having to face out here.
Boisson.
Really against the run of play, we're back level in this opening set.
Cinq jeux partout.
Incredible from Boisson, just keeping that calm demeanor. She's starting to look up at her box a little bit more often just to get some encouragement, some advice.
Quinze à 0.
Boisson broken twice in this opening set. Well played.
15.
Guessed right again, but that time not a lot of room to work with. Nice deep swing volley.
To Emily Mauresmo enjoying the spectacle. Jeu, Boisson. 2 games in a row now for the French wildcard. She pushes ahead in this opening set.
Boisson mène 6-5.
What has happened in the last 3 games?
I think Boisson started playing better. I feel like Andreeva maybe panicked a little bit when she was in the threat of getting broken. I feel like you could see it in her face. I think she just started pressing and just maybe hit the panic button a little bit. And then Boisson didn't really make a mistake. She moves so well. It's tough to hit through her, and she's quick up to the drop shot. I just feel like Andreeva kind of like lost a little patience.
Reprise. Merci, merci. Silence, s'il vous plaît. Merci. Prenez place rapidement, s'il vous plaît. Merci.
Andreeva, because she's looking straight down at the Lacoste stand, and there's right in her eye line. It's beneath our commentary box. Yeah, I'm afraid they're the guilty culprits. That's really hard. You can take some movement, but not in your eye line. They are trying to hit a moving ball out here. Miriam Bly giving them the stare. So serving to stay in this first set.
Merci, mesdames et messieurs, merci, merci.
Yeah, this is really happening.
She knows exactly, you get the sense she knows exactly how to play Andreeva. Combination of the high heavy ball and then attacking the forehand. It's just all about holding her nerve in this
Silence, s'il vous
moment.
plaît. Merci, merci.
Calmly done.
15-30. Net, premier service. Wow. 30.
Well watched.
It's great serving from Andreeva.
40-30.
Love 30 down.
Merci. Quarantaine. Avantage à Boisson.
Outwardly, Andreeva made it very cool, but she must be spinning in this cauldron that she's the
Merci,
full of French
mesdames et
fans.
messieurs. Merci. Merci. Silence, s'il vous plaît. Merci.
Andreeva facing set point. Oh, did so well.
Those are some steady hands on that overhead set point down and on a deep lob as well. It's very good from Andreeva.
And under the lights as well. 18 years of age. He's a very special player.
Avantage Andreeva. Merci. Égalité.
Good pressure though from Boisson.
Avantage Boisson.
Boisson dealing with occasion. Andreeva having to manage expectation.
Merci. Silence, s'il vous plaît. Merci.
It's a second chance for Boisson here.
Égalité.
Longest game of this opening set is a tension-filled one.
I think she can't believe she missed that. Maybe almost had too much time to think on that ball.
Andreeva's not going to question anything out here. Oh my goodness. The size of that miss tells you a lot of what is going on internally with the 18-year-old. Third chance now for the Frenchwoman, the wildcat, to take this opening set.
Merci.
play has to go really, even if she's convinced it was way long. Just, to manage the fans. Oh, this is not a good sign. Okay, that's okay. Smart move to get the lines official down.
Yeah.
It's never a great sign though if the umpire's not sure, is it?
Yeah, and the linesman, went over as well. I mean, I thought it was long for sure, but then I was doubting myself if I saw it correctly.
Avantage Andreeva. Égalité.
Can be so often sometimes so difficult to get across the finish line. Some tension from both players.
Avantage Andreeva.
Inch away to this opening set tie break.
The court just starts to feel smaller and smaller when you try to get through these tight games.
A seventh deuce. My computer says 7. That's just my notepad.
Avantage Andreeva.
Rather academic if she can close here. Remember, she did have that set point. 5-4. This one's serving to stay in the set.
Égalité.
And risky.
Avantage Andreeva.
You look at the height she hit that drop shot from.
To have the right touch from that position, it's hard.
We've learned that Boisson might be one of the quickest players out there in women's tennis. Andreeva trying to negotiate her way to an opening set breaker. What a mature service hole.
6 jeux partout, jeu décisif.
It's been a fortnight of firsts for the 22-year-old from Lyon.
Merci, mesdames et messieurs, merci.
At Roland-Garros.
Mesdames et messieurs, à droite. S'il vous plaît, merci.
That is an excellent change of direction from
Andreeva.
What's going to decide this tiebreaker?
I think who's going to hold their nerve the best.
Okay.
Yeah. But as far as game,
No, I think that if that's I'm fascinated to see what's going to be the decisive factor. You know, they both had chances to close out here.
I mean, I do feel like Andreeva could get a little bit more aggressive. I think that's something that Conchita wanted to keep in her game, as well as the patience more on the clay, but keep the aggressiveness.
See if she can do that.
Andreeva.
Actually, Conchita's has had the opportunity to shut down Mirra and hasn't done so. I mean, she's got to judge it, whether she just leaves it alone and lets the youngster get on with it here.
I think it might be too loud.
Andreeva.
Just when you feel like you might have this slight edge or advantage on Boisson, she comes back stronger. Those are two very well played points.
Well, she's shown us throughout her matches she doesn't play like someone who has zero experience at this level.
3-2, Boisson. Merci.
de Boisson.
I was wondering if Mirra Bly was going to say anything there, but there was a fan shouting out between the serves. I think Andreeva has every right to say, you have to manage this situation.
Exactly. I agree.
I'm not sure Mirra Bly heard it, but I'm very surprised that she hasn't asked them not to call out between the serves.
Oh, I was surprised Andreeva hit the serve. I thought she was going to stop for a moment.
Well done.
Boisson.
Too good.
Boisson.
She really can take that forehand anywhere, and it just froze Andreeva at the baseline.
Boisson.
Couple of mini breaks apiece. Nice open set tie break.
Partout. Merci, mesdames et messieurs. Merci. Andreeva.
Well, the 18-year-old really has held this together. She's already saved 3 set points, and she's got another one of her own right here.
What a get from Boisson.
6 partout.
Did well to somehow retrieve and get that ball back on the baseline. Pretty much to start the point over again.
Help that Mirra is down the Conchita end now.
Keep doing that, eh? Come on.
Last time we've heard from the former Wimbledon champion. Boisson is an exceptionally calm character, isn't she?
Yeah, very.
Boisson.
Can she really punch this set?
Merci.
Chance to do so. It's at the back edge and it's in. Can you believe it? A set full of drama, and it goes the way of the French wildcard. She takes it on the breaker and wins the set by 7 games to 6. How is this happening?
It's just incredible. I mean, I think I liked actually seeing that image right there because I think she just loves this moment, loves the atmosphere. I mean, when she beat Pegula as well, she just wanted to stay on the court. She didn't want to get off. And you have to be able to embrace this because it can feel overwhelming, but you do not get the sense from this French woman right now. She's just been embracing this challenge, and she deserved that first set. She stayed so calm, like you said, served very well. I mean, a lot of these numbers completely in her favor. A couple less unforced errors, but the serve has been so crucial. Only a couple points, of course, separating the two players, and Boisson stayed so mentally strong.
Reprise. Deuxième manche au service. Andreeva. It'll
be fascinating to see the response from the world number 6, who did react for the first time right at the end of that tiebreak in the opening set. Work to do for the youngster.
It's amazing you have to try and recover so quickly. Andreeva just taking some deep breaths after that first set, visibly flustered. As a first real sort of slight negative body language we saw in her demeanor.
So many emotions for Mirra to manage right now. Boisson, chance for the early break here.
41. Avantage Andreeva.
Really important hole.
Jeu Andreeva. Premier jeu, deuxième manche.
Short balls, go for it. Hit it. Go forward.
Here, Conchita just saying, get a little bit more aggressive and go for it. And this is why Boisson, the forehand, she is just attacking a lot more than Andreeva. The quality, big differential there from the French woman, just being able to control so many and dictate so much from that side.
Zéro 15. 15 ans. Quinze à 30.
This is a very important service game here for the French wildcard.
Mesdames et messieurs, silence s'il vous plaît entre le premier et deuxième service. Merci.
Bly asking the four sides between the first and the second serves. She can't get that one. Well done, Mirra.
Looked like she was looking around for some support and some cheers.
30-40.
Yeah, she reacted well there to that let court drop shot. It's a great pickup. Showing good hands there.
So facing a break point here.
Jeu Andreeva.
And the ideal start to the second set for Andreeva. It's a great test for her, isn't it?
Anything short, you go for it. Come on, attack it.
Conchita's pleased she got that sports psychologist back end of last year.
I think she needed it too.
You got a couple of sessions for me, please.
All the tense matches. Yeah, you bring up a good topic because it is something that's been a factor for Andreeva, wanting for someone at 18 years old to know how to deal with all the expectation on the shoulder. I think and everything happened so fast, as we said. So just to get another voice to be able to figure out how to handle all that's thrown at you so young.
Conchita said they discussed it after Wimbledon last year. She only really ever suggests, gives Mirra suggestions, and then it's really up to Mirra to take, what she wants out of it. But Conchita said she is a joy to work with. She's so open to learning, to getting better on a daily basis.
L'aide pour mes services.
But she did feel that they needed some help with the emotions, because she would hit in practice 15 perfect forehands, then miss one, and then just lose control.
L'aide pour mes services. 35.
Well, we've already seen her manage her emotions better. Clearly frustrated after losing that first set and has bounced back great so far in the beginning of the second.
Have a Andreeva a count of how many overheads she's hit in this match, but there's been a fair few. Madame.
Boisson is very good at this shot of looking like she's running to it so aggressively, and just a nice touch back to bring Andreeva forward.
Let premier service.
Excellent play. I feel she needs to get a foothold here, otherwise the second set could disappear very quickly. Perfect.
Avantage Andreeva.
How about that for accuracy? I think she hit the same spot twice there. It's an excellent response to dropping that opening set. Andreeva 3-love now
Andreeva
in the
même,
second.
3-0. Reprise. Prenez place rapidement, s'il vous plaît. Merci, mesdames et messieurs. Merci.
Andreeva with a little run going here. Hasn't been her forte in this match. Remember, she led 5-3 with a set point. Boisson's quite happy to play catch up.
That slice is so effective from Boisson because it forces the opponents to have to hit up on the ball because it stays so low, and that's what gives her time to run around and try and get the forehand.
Guns.
Next to Coach Renard is the physical trainer of Boisson.
So yeah, Sebastian Duran has had a huge impact on her fitness, but also her recovery to come back. Of course, we have to remember she had that ACL surgery
40.
a little over a year ago and took 9 months to come back and get physically fit. But he also has a very intelligent guy as far as doing a lot of what she said is neurovisual training, which made her come back even faster. And it's a lot of quick, fast reaction training, just different kind of testing that you can do, and it affected the neurological system to be able to come back and compete at such a quick turnaround.
Fabulous.
Andreeva mène 3-1.
Sam, you and I were pondering how she could move as well as she's been moving after having that surgery not that long ago. And it's part of the reason why she's just put in so much of the hard work and effort in every category, not only in the gym, but different kind of neurological testing as well.
On the basis of this performance, if Boisson was to win here, I think every player will suddenly be adding a neuro trainer to their player box.
Entre le premier et deuxième service.
Yeah,
Merci.
Again, it's the shout, it's the calling out between the serves. Has to find a way to tough this out. The crowd, the performance of Boisson, the occasion. Remember that Andreeva, yes, she's been around for a couple of years, but it's only her second Grand Slam quarter-final.
15-30.
Just the visible frustration increasing in Andreeva. Getting distracted a little more easily now.
Merci, merci, merci.
She did very well to fend off a break point in the opening service game of the second set. Some work to do here now.
Merci, mesdames et messieurs, merci, merci.
Off her racket, and we're back on serve in the second set.
Andreeva mène 3-2.
The pace that she is able to generate. I'm trying to think of a player that she reminds me of, and actually during that first set, had a sense of Sam Stosur in terms of the spin and the
on the forehand,
and the technique and the physicality, and a little bit of the way she shapes up to the backhand as well, where she just snaps at it.
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason it works too, because it's out of nowhere. She uses
short,
it, she uses it more of a surprise tactic, and because I'm surprised she doesn't hit the backhand like that more often. She slices most of the time, but every time she steps up and decides to go after it, it's good.
Actually, she's a step or two quicker than Sam Stosur, even when Sam was at her very best.
You can be aggressive, come on.
Not going to be an easy ride through the service game for Boisson. Back on serve now in this second set.
Well,
30 seconds.
she's trying to be aggressive. I don't know if she was telling someone
Mirra, take the
to
ball early.
leave. I'm
Come
not
on,
sure.
move forward.
Yeah, she's a little bit further back, and she's been wanting
Merci.
Andreeva to be aggressive, but not from that far back behind the baseline.
It's so hard out here for Andreeva to get out of her head. I'm playing a French wildcard who's 361 in the world. Get that out the way, because she's playing someone who's got a level of potentially, well, according to Mats Rolander, in L'Equipe top 20. I think it was wide.
I was wondering how she was going to handle that, because we haven't seen Andreeva use that shot that often.
Hit the ball with your legs. Come on, hit the ball. Come on.
Yeah, I was surprised she took that on.
Yeah.
Avantage, Andreeva.
It's so difficult to hit that overhead from that far back. I think it dropped pretty quickly, too, off the bounce.
So 40-15. Great point down in this game.
Égalité.
You're supposed to be able to think this clearly under pressure when you're 361 in the world. You've never played a Grand Slam before.
Struggling with that one lately, Andreeva.
Avantage, Boisson.
In that forehand corner, taking that cross hand, it's so flat, trying with all her might to get a lot of pace on the ball.
Boisson.
3 games in a row now for the French wildcard.
3 jeux partout.
Oh, lots of movement.
Merci, mesdames et messieurs, merci.
2 tribunes either side of this. Really be a spare seat. That word is getting around. This is the place to be.
Merci, mesdames. Wait, please, wait, please, wait, please. Code violation, ball abuse, warning, Mirra, Andreeva.
I feel like you could feel it building.
Merci, silence s'il vous plaît, merci, mesdames et messieurs, merci.
Frustration
Yeah.
and umpire.
Merci.
Like, you know, it's in the rule. She's hit a one out into the stands. She has to give her a code violation.
Mesdames et messieurs, s'il vous plaît, merci.
Maybe took it off, but this mark, and this is the correct when it slips maybe, but the mark is behind the line and it's out.
Has to accept this. And the chance though for
Silence s'il vous plaît,
Boisson
merci.
here. See that coming. 4 games in a row now for Boisson. And up a break in this second set.
Boisson mène 4 jeux à 3.
Wow. Conchita's seen most things, hasn't she? I think there was always a danger that this might happen.
Yeah, I feel like you could feel it building in her, and just kept getting more tense. She was getting more flustered in the last 4 or 5 games. Well, after the first set, and then in the last few games, you could just feel it building in her. And I agree. I think maybe sometimes it's good to get some of the emotion out. It was a little bit dangerous. You never know where the ball is going to land, so that could be a withdrawal if you hit someone accidentally. But yeah, tough to deal with right now, even with all the experience she's had on the big stage. This moment is very different, I think, especially 18 years old.
Merci, mesdames et messieurs, merci.
The pressure dynamic out here has flipped now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Boisson with 0 expectations coming onto this court, as she had when she was out here a couple of days ago against world number 3 Jessica Pegula, but now a set and a break.
15 ans.
If you're Andreeva, tactically, what are you looking to do here?
I mean, what Conchita's been saying is get aggressive consistently. I think she's gotten too far back behind the baseline. And it's hard to constantly retrieve against someone with as good of a forehand as Boisson. You have to be able to change that around. I do like the fact that when she comes forward, she's getting depth into the forehand corner. That's where I feel like Boisson can struggle sometimes. But it's got to be with depth, and it's got to stay low.
15-30. Merci, merci.
So there again, it was a good return, and she was still 3 or 4 feet behind the baseline. A little bit more calmer return there from Andreeva.
What a test this is for the youngster. Whatever happens, whatever the outcome of this match, she's going to remember it for a very long time, either way. And she's still very much in this. Well played.
Avantage Andreeva.
Come on, Mirra, come on!
That a few times, come up big in such a big moment, trying to save break point with a good serve.
Avantage Boisson. Merci, merci. jeux à 3.
A story at this French Open that has literally come out of nowhere.
Mesdames et messieurs, silence s'il vous plaît. Mesdames et messieurs, wait please. Merci, merci.
After a little over 2 hours, the 6 seed serving to stay in this quarter-final.
Merci, mesdames et messieurs. Silence, s'il vous plaît. Merci.
Outstanding defense. One of Andreeva's best forehands down the line in the corner. It still came back.
Merci, merci.
For an 18-year-old to manage one of the toughest environments in our game.
Merci.
2 opponents out there. The crowd and this brilliant young French woman.
Merci.
Against the odds out here. It's match point. The fairy tale continues.
Lois Boisson.
And the lowest ever ranked player to play a quarter-final here at Roland-Garros in the open air now becomes the lowest ranked
Mirra, Andreeva.
to make the semi-finals. She is making history here. Back-to-back top 10 wins. Devastating, I would say, for the 18-year-old. Jill, can you imagine picking up the pieces after this defeat? But right now it's all about this 22-year-old, a youngster herself, and she is through to a major semi-final. She wins 7-6, 6-3.
Absolutely incredible story, and again just emphasizing how well she's dealt with these moments out here. But I have to say, I feel like she's embracing it just from the first match, and especially yesterday the other day against Pegula, and then now today. I mean, we were wondering if she would be able to sustain this, but you can just see in her demeanor that she's loving this moment. That this is an atmosphere that I feel like she craves.
And I mean, even to put it into context, she doesn't have a clothing deal. She's got different attire on to her shoes. They don't match, and so that's where she is, and she is now in the semi-finals of Roland-Garros. I can't wait to hear what she's got to say, and she's with former player Luca Pouille.
Lois, c'est juste extraordinaire. Pour ma part, j'ai envie de te remercier pour tout ce que tu viens de nous faire vivre, les émotions, ton jeu, c'est extraordinaire. Merci beaucoup.
So from my side, I'd like to thank you, Lucas, for everything we've witnessed here and all the emotions.
On t'a vu à la fin t'écrouler sur ce terrain. Est-ce que tu peux nous dire qu'est-ce que tu as en tête et toutes les émotions que tu as pu vivre aujourd'hui?
C'était incroyable, vraiment merci à vous de jouer avec tout ce monde, de se sentir soutenu comme ça, vraiment c'est incroyable, c'est indescriptible.
It's amazing to feel the support. There are no words to describe that feeling.
C'est ton premier Roland-Garros. On sait tous que l'an dernier, juste avant, tu te blesses au genou. Aujourd'hui, tu es en demi-finale. C'est juste extraordinaire. Raconte-nous un peu tout ce chemin.
Before the beginning of the French Open last year, you had a major injury, a knee injury, and now you've just qualified for the semi-finals.
Dans tous les cas, c'est incroyable et c'est vrai qu'en plus, ce qui s'est passé l'année dernière et tous les moments difficiles que j'ai pu vivre, au final, voilà, il y a toute mon équipe qui m'a aidé, qui m'a soutenu et je pense que c'est pour ça qu'on est là aujourd'hui.
It's unbelievable. But it's also thanks to all my team who supported me. I think that's the thanks to all of us, all of those that I'm here today.
C'était un match d'une intensité incroyable. On t'a vu courir partout, te décaler autour de ton coup droit. Dis-moi, comment tu te sens physiquement maintenant, malgré avec les émotions? Comment tu te sens?
Ouais, je pense que j'ai un peu trop couru justement parce que j'étais tellement tendue que là ça sortait pas super bien de ma raquette, mais voilà, au final je me suis battue. Le premier set il était hyper intense et du coup le début du deuxième j'étais vraiment dans le mal. Voilà, au final j'ai su me reprendre et finir comme ça. Voilà.
But in the end I managed to recover and to finish as I did, so there you go.
Tu vas avoir maintenant à peu près 48 heures de repos avant ta demi-finale. Est-ce que tu peux nous dire comment tu vas organiser ce temps pour être la plus performante possible vendredi?
Je pense que la routine ne va pas changer. Je fais la même depuis le début du tournoi, donc un peu superstition aussi. Mais voilà, on va récupérer au max et aller voir les kinés. D'ailleurs, je crois qu'il y en a 6 dans ma box. Donc il y a ce qu'il faut. Mais non, voilà, la même chose, la routine, et je serai prête demain. C'est demain? Après-demain?
So I have plenty of choice and the routine will be ready.
Demain.
Demain, pardon?
C'est demain.
Oui, voilà.
Demain alors. Je te souhaite une belle récupération. Encore merci pour toutes ces émotions. Et mesdames et messieurs, je vous demande de m'accompagner. Lois Boisson qualifiée pour les demi-finales.
We wish you a great recovery and thank you for all the emotions that you've given us today. Former champion there, the last of the amateur era, Françoise, delighted in her front row seat of the presidential tribune, and she is the first French woman to reach the semi-finals at Roland-Garros in 20 years, since Mary Pierce back in 2005. Pierce going on to reach the final that year, but then in the end beaten by Justine Henin. Jill, could this really happen?
I know. It was, I mean, she was amazing. She was absolutely amazing and handled the occasion so wonderfully, and just, yeah, I mean, I'm glad she brought up the support because it is, in the end, an individual sport, but a team effort, for sure.
And it's just Lois, Boisson.
How much she's gone through, too, just makes it that much sweeter, having to come back from such a severe injury, surgery, and just the way she's been playing is unbelievable.
In a way, it's probably good she's got 24 hours and not 48 hours, because her life is going to be absolutely bonkers. She'll have to do mandatory press after this, and maybe a few interviews. You know, they'll put some microphones after the press conference, but then it will be nothing else. If there was an extra day, she probably might be pushed to do stuff with the keep and
I don't know, the way she's been handling this, she's probably handling that all okay too.
She seems to be. She has taken to the big time extremely well, hasn't she? As the roof opens here now on Châteauet, as we might have some sunshine this afternoon. Wow. Wow, back-to-back top 10 wins.
I know.
First major.
But like you said earlier, you can see it being consistent. I mean, she's got the game to do it. I am curious how she'll, perform on the other surfaces, but I mean, this surface is so well suited to her game style.
It is extraordinary. Only Monica Seles and Jennifer Capriati in the last 40 years have made the semis of a major on debut. I mean, she's up with some big names. Her life is going to change from now. And we've seen crazy things happening. You think Emma Raducanu a few years ago at the US Open, and just enjoy this moment.
Et quel match, le numéro 1 mondial, Yannick Sinner, dans quelques instants, face au Kazakh Alexander Bublik. C'est dans quelques petites minutes. À tout de suite.